Let's head down to the Plains. We're talking Auburn, Texas A&M. This one is loaded with big-time visitors, starting with Justice Terry, Deuce Knight, Usman Chroma showed up, Jared Smith. There's one big name that you just told me about, and he didn't make the graphic. That's five-star corner Naeem Offord. He shows back up on the Plains before he's visited Ohio State, the program he's committed to. Where do you want to start with this one? Justice Terry's an interesting name. Chroma, Naeem, Deuce Knight. Where do you want to go?
Yeah, Auburn looking to get back into the top 5, top 10 class for a second straight year. These are some guys that they've been involved with quite some time. Let's just start with Naeem Offord, 5-star corner, top 10 recruit nationally. I think this is his 4th game to Auburn this year. He's expected back at Ohio State next weekend. I still think that's going to be a tough hold for them. Sometimes in the Naeem Offord recruitment, you hear a lot about Oregon behind the scenes. But if you purely follow the visits, and I know proximity makes it easier, 4 games and at least 1 practice this fall for Naeem Offord at Auburn.
Wow.
And the way we've seen them close in-state recruits, it's hard to bet against the Tigers here at the end. We'll see if Oregon can rise up in this one. And then obviously he's going to be back at Ohio State next weekend for the game against Michigan. That will be electric. Usman Chroma is a guy that at one point I had predicted to Auburn, and then Georgia kind of turned it up for him and quickly got him committed. But Auburn never went away. He's been one of their top overall targets regardless of position. I think they've probably led the most if you add up who's been his leader. Florida State would have been another one that you would include in that. And so they get him back to campus. He's been there. I think this is his 3rd Auburn game of the year, at least. And so him coming back, certainly I could see him in Auburn's class for sure. As we get closer to signing day. Darian Smith, Chad Simmons, and I have him on flip watch. Tennessee commit. Wow. St. Francis, a couple of his teammates are already committed to Auburn. And there's some buzz that he could flip from Tennessee. Justice Terry, we love Georgia for Justice Terry right now. But his relationship with Kenyatta Watson, their director of recruiting and strategy, he used to work for Under Armour. He met Justice Terry when he was at an Under Armour camp in middle school. Then Kenyatta took a job at Florida State. Justice Terry's first college visit, Florida State. He's known the family for a long time, and there's a trust there. And Auburn's pouring a lot into this weekend, so we'll see if that can move the needle on Georgia. Obviously, getting your commits back, Deuce Knight, Jared Smith. I mean, these are guys that we've seen on other campuses. You know, Deuce was at Ole Miss, Jared Smith in South Carolina. Almost.
Real quick on Deuce, where's your head at right now with Deuce Knight?
I think he sticks, but my antenna is not up like it was up for Bryce Underwood in Michigan.
I'm sure Auburn fans love to hear that. What's up with all these Tennessee recruits taking visits this weekend?
Look, everybody's recruits are taking visits this weekend. Just so happens that Tennessee's best recruit took a visit this weekend, and it was one that no one was expecting. And not only was no one expecting it, but that visit to Ohio State is very real. And buckle up for Tennessee. And Auburn's got to buckle up for Jared Smith. Look, South Carolina, that's real. He's intrigued by them. His relationship with Dylan Stewart, they're good friends. The opportunity to play with Dylan Stewart at South Carolina. He's been South Carolina's top overall recruit, regardless of position. In the spring, I thought he was going to go to South Carolina. Auburn rallied in the summer, got him committed. He's been to just about every Auburn home game, but he's been to South Carolina twice. He's expected at Ole Miss for the Egg Bowl, which would be his 2nd visit to Ole Miss. So getting him back around the guys, play well tonight on the Plains. Have a great weekend. Lock all these guys up because Auburn had a great class last year. You have a great class this year, including your franchise quarterback. They're going to go in the portal to land a difference maker at the position of quarterback. And then they already have a top 10 class in 2026. So, and Auburn, they've been in every game they've played in this year. I mean, so I know early in the year, a lot of people were trying to, point the finger at Hugh Freeze for this, for that. And look, it comes with the territory when you coach at a place like Auburn, but they've been in every game, including Georgia on the road, and they're recruiting at a high level, and it can quickly turn with the players that they're bringing into this program. They're going to be aggressive in the portal at key positions. This is a phenomenal class if they can hang on to it. And most of these guys are back on campus this weekend. And I have them all sticking right now. Antenna up probably the most on Jared right now, just because I know what a priority he is at some of those other places. But I don't have him in the flip category yet.
And you think there's a good chance that they will flip Naeem Offord?
Naeem Offord and Usman Chroma.
Yeah.
You know, I think Cole Pinkston, our Auburn.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Cole. Yeah, I saw it on the Auburn Live message board just before we logged on. Cole Pinkston, insider over there, put in a prediction for the flip. So we'll see what happens. But right now, as we speak, Auburn's up 21-0 on Texas A&M. So it's a good time to have not only your commits, but some of these big-time targets on campus. Auburn fans got to be feeling good about the class, the season. You know, it's been up and down, but this recruiting class has never wavered. So let us know, is there a 5-star flip in the future? Let us know. Comment section below.